Hello and welcome, my baby seal clubbers. It's SJB here, and this is one of those weird videos where I can honestly say I don't know what's going to happen in the end. Alright, this could be an absolute utter failure, or this could be the best strategy invented of all time, and it'll just blow your freaking minds up. I don't know. I really don't know. But what we're going to do together is we're going to figure it out. Now, hopefully you guys don't mind that, because I know that some people would be like, well, Chris, why are you showing me a strategy if it sucks? Yeah, if you just lost at the end, what was the point of this thing? The point is to learn and experiment and have fun with stuff. And that's what I want to do for you guys. I want to experiment, have fun, and hopefully by the end of this video, we're going to have a good time together. That being said, this strategy is going to... let's talk about this, how the strategy sort of... This idea... I don't want to call it a strategy yet. Sort of got initiated. It's a culmination of a video I made with ChatGPT, where basically I asked ChatGPT to make me a chimp strategy, and what it told me to do is build a bunch of dart monkeys right from the get-go and just upgrade them to really random paths. A bunch of 100s or 001s, like who cares about building a bunch of long-range dart monkeys? But it makes like no freaking sense. It really doesn't make sense, but ChatGPT told me to do it. I followed through, and believe it or not, it actually worked out okay. It wasn't terrible, at the very least. Then I was making a bad BTD6 tips video. By the way, this might actually be a problem for us. We might lose to this guy. At the very least, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's build 2 more of these puppies. Maybe we'll get lucky here. There we go. Yes, all right, Moab's taken down. Not bad, not bad. So this strategy so far working out okay. But my second video that I was making was a bad tips video where I talked about how to use a Super Monkey Fan Club with 1 dart monkey. And of course, Super Monkey Fan Club activates 10 dart monkeys all at the same time. But what I realized is that if you actually get an alchemist next to your triple shot dart monkeys or Super Monkey Fan Club dart monkeys, are actually pretty freaking good. So my idea was, well, can we get a strategy that involves a bunch of random dart monkeys here, all able to pop a ton of Bloons kind of regularly, but when I run into any major issues, I Super Monkey Fan Club ability and beat everything. So that's the question. Can we make all that happen today for you guys right now? And I'm going to try to figure it out and see if we can make the strategy work. SJB. So I wanted to show you guys around 49 because this is a pretty beefy Bloon level coming up in here, and just triple dart monkeys, I think a lot of people would think that's garbage, that makes no sense. Clearly you're going to start losing very, very early on in most games. Also keep in mind that I'm getting free upgrades for my first upgrade here, so I'm saving a decent amount of money by going for a primary mentoring kind of pretty quickly over here. But check out round 49, and in addition, I'm going to be going for Alchemists. So we're going to just start off with a couple 3rd-tier Alchemists, and then soon we're going to swap them into 4th-tier Alchemists, probably with bottom path upgrades. Round 49, bro. These Bloons aren't even getting through the first little roundabout here, and we're destroying them with ease. Clearly, this is not a bad strategy so far. And now we've got enough pop power to easily take things down. This is actually pretty good so far. At the very least, quite intriguing as a strategy so far. So of course, with any strategy, you could make variations to it. You could kind of follow this strategy to a reasonable level and then decide, you know what, I don't like building that many dart monkeys, maybe I'll swap into a different 5th-tier tower kind of after that, after you get going and after you get enough money to kind of get started in the game. Very reasonable thing to do. I think most people don't like putting all of their eggs in one basket, because then you're going to just be like, I'm so happy, I have all these eggs, I'm just skipping down the street, and all of a sudden, you know what? Crack in the frickin' sidewalk, bro. Half an inch too high. Your foot kicks that tip of the sidewalk, and then you go flopping over, falling on your face, right on your stomach, and guess what? You feel the goo. And you think there's just blood gushing out of your stomach there, but it's not. It's not blood gushing out of your stomach. It's those eggs. All of the eggs that you just had, all of the eggs that you just spent so much time collecting, destroyed. You know what you could have done? You should have put a couple eggs maybe in your pockets. Maybe you could have had a second basket that you could have easily protected a little bit better. Maybe you should have done something different. But all we know right now is that all of your eggs that were in one basket, they're currently destroyed. That's why you don't do that, guys. So maybe you want to swap it up a little bit. Maybe you want to, you know, use different combos and things like that. That's cool. That's cool. That's all I'm saying. But for now, we've got stronger stimulants with faster throwing across the board here. And I think that's enough alchemists for me to say that if I don't alchemize every single dart monkey, that's fine. I just want to alchemize as many as I possibly can. All right. I've got a lot of money saved up, so let's do something about that. Let's build another big chunk of dart. Ooh, you know what? If we're going to lose right now, it's probably going to be around 63. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy Super Monkey Fan Club just in case. Because if we're going to lose, I'm going to guess it's going to be the end of round 63 here. The last rush. Oh my god, yeah, dude. These things aren't even really designed to take down Bloons. And look at this. Take it down round 63, Bloons. Oh, with no extra help. All right, let's use Geraldo a little bit here. I know that a lot of people, when they see Geraldo, they're like, well, Chris, you can frickin' solo chimps with Geraldo. So, like, who cares if you go with any other strategy? Clearly, nothing matters. That's not true. Geraldo has been significantly nerfed and nerfed and nerfed again, and when you do a solo chimp strategy with Geraldo, you really have to break out every single skill and thing you can do in the name of the game here to make that happen. And you still can't even do it anymore. So, Geraldo's not as good as he used to be. Let's just be straight about that. That being said, he's still a pretty decent hero, and the reason why I bought him in the first place, or went with him in this strategy, is because I wanted to see how this would work if I went for more sharpening stones on my dart monkeys. Now, right now, we clearly don't need those sharpening stones, but maybe later on, we will want to use those sharpening stones, and I want to have them available to me to make sure all my Super Monkey Fan Clubs are actually going to be super buffed here. I could have also went for a patch strategy, which I thought would have been pretty cool too, but I liked having the camo potion and stuff available to me early games so I didn't have to force myself into a village or something that I didn't want to do. Any which way, things are going pretty good right now. Let's get a couple dart monkeys more in this general vicinity and really get started here. Some big changes coming up in here. First of all, I've got 10 more dart monkeys kind of mixed up into the little center location here. This is round 75 right now, which is a round that normally causes a lot of issues for players. Guess what? Not today! Super Monkey Fan Club comes through for us and destroys it easily. Oh my god. And that was without my extra bunny. Now I have the Super Bunny here, which is going to be a ton of extra popping power and actually make Geraldo, instead of just being kind of there doing almost nothing, actually being there doing a lot of something. The Bunny, I don't know if everybody else loves him as much as I do, but he really is probably the best part about Geraldo. He does the grouped ceramic damage, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important things to have damage for. And now we've got a pretty good amount of money flowing in here. So this is now about the time where I want to start talking about Super Monkey Fan Club and the changes that Ninja Kiwi has done to the game. So first, I guess I should probably get these guys. But Ninja Kiwi has changed it so now Super Monkey Fan Clubs are not limited like they used to be. Super Monkey Fan Clubs used to be limited in a really weird way. You could only get 10 Super Monkeys at the same time on the screen. That was a max, a hard max. So let's say I had 20 abilities here, and I clicked 20 abilities in a row. It would not change to anything more than 10 dart monkeys. That was it. That was it. But Ninja Kiwi has decided that that is an old and stupid rule, and they have decided to remedy it. So now you can have infinite Super Monkey Fan Club dart monkeys. So what that means is if I decided to get 6 different abilities here, and I had 60 dart monkeys on the screen, I could get 60 Super Monkey Fan Clubs. Alternatively, if I get about 6 abilities, well, one other thing to think about is, alternatively, is that this ability only lasts about 1/3 of his total ability cooldown. So you're only getting those Super Monkeys for 33% of the cooldown. So what happens if you get 3 of these guys, you can kind of use it every 33% of that ability cooldown and have an infinite Super Monkey Fan Club ability, right, with 10 dart monkeys. Or if you have 20 dart monkeys, you can get 6 of those guys and have double infinite Super Monkey Fan Clubs. Of course, that requires you to actually use a lot of I don't want to call it skill, but timing, like actually paying attention to these ability cooldowns and things like that before we use them, or just kind of taking our chances with a little bit of hopefully decent timing without doing anything too crazy, also possible. So I don't want to go too crazy. I think that I can get by with maybe 4 or 5 Super Monkey Fan Clubs, but I am afraid of one thing in this game. Alright, so far things have been going very, very smooth, even against reinforced BFBs and ceramics on the inside. Super Monkey Fan Clubs are clearly taking the cake here, but I've got one weakness, and there's really nothing I can do about it right now. DDTs. What the heck do I do about DDTs? And can I make anything happen to actually pop them with this strategy? I think if I was actually smart and thought ahead and was thinking DDTs from round 1, maybe I could have pulled off another MIB Village with this combo. But that's like $10,000+ to get that guy going just for some lead popping power, and it seems like a waste. Whether or not it is or not, I'm not sure, but it just seems like a waste. So, I'm not super pumped. I'm not super pumped about getting an MIB Village. It just feels wrong, okay? In addition, I can't really do anything too crazy fancy with Geraldo over here. Like, Sharpening Stones does not give them DDT popping power. This will give us a little more popping power against DDTs, but nothing specifically for my Dart Monkeys. I could slow them down or give somebody cam detection technically, but that also doesn't really do anything. So as far as Geraldo is concerned, he's really not doing much for DDTs unless I'm going to go full-on Genie, which is possible. It is possible to go for Genies. But I'm still trying not to use Geraldo as my main force of power this game. I really wanted to show off the Dart Monkey strategy and just have Geraldo kind of be there to support me a little bit, right? And making sure he's not a wasteful hero. That's all I'm really doing here. He's making him not a wasteful hero. I think most heroes probably have more than 80,000 pops at this point in the game, and this guy really has not supported me all that much, so yeah. Any which way, we gotta decide now, what are we gonna do for DDTs? And to be honest, I got a couple rounds here. I'm gonna think about it because I don't know what I want to do just yet. All right, so clearly we have Alchemist here, and they do have acidic mixture dips that they're throwing out. The question is, does this at all pop the DDTs with a Super Monkey Fan Club ability combo? Like, can we get close to popping them? Do we pop them 0? Like, what happens here? Okay, we popped the first DDT. The other two did not get popped very easy. Let's throw our second ability down. Pop the second one, and ooh! That was close, though. But clearly, DDT popping power is a weakness to us for sure. I just want to try something silly really quickly. I just want to try one Moab glue. And you know what? I'll be a little fancy here. I'm going to go for one Jerry's Fire here as well. And we're going to see if that with Super Monkey Fan Clubs is enough to take down the DDTs. We got 2 of them done already. And 3 of them. Woo! All right, so not much spent to help us out for future rounds for everything. And to get a Jerry's Fire here to actually just kind of get a little extra pop power for a little while. And we get 10 rounds of that guy. So it actually makes sense to just kind of spam the Jerry's Fires if we want to now. So let's get at least all 3 of these for now. Well, yeah, we'll just do all of Geraldo's crap real quick here. Let's Super Monkey Fan Club boost these puppies. Sharpen them up. Got 10 rounds of sharpening, which is the entirety of this game, so no worries there. And we do have to worry about DDTs coming up on future rounds here as well, so we're going to have to think, what do we want to do for those future DDTs? And I think I'm just going to say screw it. I think I'm going to buy something that's not Super Monkey Fan Club related to just get rid of the problem here. All right, friends, I can't afford it yet, but I wanted to get a Prince of Darkness eventually. The question is, can we survive through round 93 DDTs to get to the point where we can get that guy? And luckily for us, it looks like I think we will. Yeah, easily, dude! Oh my god. So remember when I was telling you guys that maybe you should start building another 5th tier tower? Clearly we need something that pops DDTs. I don't know exactly what most people would build in this situation. My go-to is usually Pod. I think he's, in my opinion, easily the best random DDT popper in the game. And he's also not bad against Bloons and stuff like that, so it's decent to just get him early. I'll go for a top path here. We got to make sure we keep up with the Super Monkey Fan Clubs, though, because clearly I've been squandering some of my popping power. Then we're going to hope that this Prince of Darkness can still take us through all the way through round 95. If he can't be round 95, we're basically screwed. I can't afford an MIB. I can't really do much else over here. I could get a Genie. That could probably get us through this. Maybe. But it doesn't seem to matter much. Pod is taking care of things pretty easily. These things are barely getting past, like, the lake here, and that they're just donezo. Oh, yeah! Dude, this is freaking good! I am actually surprised at how good this strategy is working so far. Now, one other thing to keep in mind is that this strategy did not include 2 of the most expensive towers that could be used with this strategy. We did not go for a Permabrew, which would be possible, though very, very difficult to actually pull off here. Just imagine how many more random 0-3 or 2-3 Dart Monkeys we could combine together with a Permabrew if we want to just sort of get to spamming at that point. Would actually work really, really well, by the way. Instead, I think I'm just going to go for it. We're going to go for 2 more Super Monkey Fan Clubs. Start spamming them. I feel pretty good about it. I think this is what I wanted to have. 5 Super Monkey Fan Clubs allows us to keep pretty much all of our Dart Monkeys Super Monkey Fan Clubbed almost all the time. 6 would be like a full-on, never have to run out. All right. Here we go. 98, the biggest Bloon level in the game. Can we take this puppy down as well with Super Monkey Fan Clubs? Come on. It just seems absurd, dude. It just seems freaking ridiculous. All right, and I mean, Pod, he is doing a lot of pops. I will admit that. He is actually cleaning up pretty well. It's not like he's doing nothing over here. But it's really the Dart Monkey's doing most of the work here right now. All right, more Super Monkey Fan Clubs. I haven't really been timing them all that well. Here's another Super Monkey Fan Club. And now all we gotta do is take down round 99, which should be pretty easy for a Pod, you would assume. Also, we got 2 extra Genies for us. Let's use those. I got more Jerry's Fires if I need them, but we won't use those guys unless we need them. In fact, I kind of wasted. I could have had 4 Genies with Geraldo here. 4 frickin' Genies. All right, here we go. Another Super Monkey Fan Club, so why the heck not? Let's keep it going here. Pop this bad. Nice and easy like. Nice and easy like. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. We don't even need to worry about things. All right, as soon as they run out, we turn them back on. And we pop the bad before the lake, and then the pod is just going to clean them up. Oh my god. Did I say pod? Pop the bad. Woo! All right. And Geraldo ended up with the most pops in the entire game, but 353,000. Shows how much that we actually split up the pops with the Sir Monkey fan clubs. Look at this. 50, 100, 100, 69, 100, 56, 194. Dang, dude. It really was a mixed bag here of all these guys working together. Pretty cool. I really got to admit, I liked this strategy. I liked this strategy way more than I thought I would. It was easy to get going with a bunch of dart monkeys. It was easy to just throw a couple alchemists down to kind of clean things up for a little while. It was easy to support our things with just a glue gunner or something like that, and then finish off with something decent, like a $30,000 fifth-tier tower. Not something 50 or 60 grand, something cheap that can actually get you through some of the tougher rounds that don't work well with dart monkeys. And everything just works out, dude. So that's all I'm going to have for you guys today. I'm not going to play in the free play because I'm not expecting this strategy to do well in the free play. Oh yeah, look at that. We're done already. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you hit that Nexus code for me too. And have a super duper delicious day.